The up and down buttonhole stitch for the basic one, we're going to work between two lines. So we are going to bring our thread up on the bottom line. Then we are going to take our needle down right next to where we came up. I mean, you can have a little space. And we're going to come up onto the top line. We want our thread to be under the needle. So far that's like the blanket, the buttonhole stitch or the blanket stitch. We are going to pull up, but we're not going to stop there. We're going to bring our thread down and pull it down so that we have a stitch across down here. Then after we've taken that stitch, we go down on the top line, come up on the bottom line, and we want our thread to be under the needle and pull through. Then we go down on the bottom line, up on the top line. Again, we want our thread under the needle. Going to pull through, and then we're going to pull it down. Then we go down on the top line, up on the bottom line, thread under the needle, pull through. So now we can space these out differently if we want. Down on the bottom line, up on the top line, thread under the needle, and pull through. Down on the top line, up on the bottom, thread under the needle, pull through. So this was the process down here, but the spacing will look better if we do too close together and then space it apart. So I'm going down on the top line, up on the bottom, thread under the needle, and then up on the bottom right next to that, down on the bottom, up on the top, thread under the needle, pull through. So now I'm getting little pairs, so it's almost like little tassels if I was putting this somewhere. So down on the top, up on the bottom, up on the bottom, down on the bottom, going in on the bottom, out on the top, pull through. In on the top, out on the bottom, thread under the needle, pull through, in on the bottom, out on the top, thread under the needle, and pull through. So that's much cooler looking than down here, but you can play with the spacing. The other thing we can do is stagger our heights. So I have my two lines here on the bottom, and then I have a third line that's not quite as far away on the top. So I'm going to start just like I did last time. Up on the bottom, go down also on the bottom line, and then up on the top with my thread under my needle, pull through. Then I'm going to go, this would be my first group because it's got that little crossover. So I'm going to go over, go down on the very top line, come down to the bottom line, thread under the needle, pull through. And then I'm going to go up on the very bottom, out on the very top, thread under the needle, pull through. Then we're going down on the middle line, up on the bottom line, thread under the needle, pull through. Up on the down on the bottom line, in on the bottom line, out on the middle. We need the thread under the needle, pull through. Now we're going to go down on our highest one, come up on our bottom line, thread under the needle, pull through, in on the bottom line, out on the top, the highest one, thread under the needle, pull down all the way. Then we're going to go down onto the middle line, up on the bottom. So it's still the same stitches, we're just making our pairs longer or shorter. So thread under the needle, always thread under the needle. Down on the top, up on the bottom. Down on the bottom, up on the top, thread under the needle, and pull down. So there's that. You can also play with angles if you want to. This was just playing around last night. So I have them going angled. You can try flipping them over and going opposite directions. It takes a little bit of practice. Once you get the rhythm going though, on the regular, it's actually kind of fun.